It is very, very important if you are one of those people intending to travel abroad to seek asylum, to know countries with high asylum acceptance. Yes, the acceptance rate of asylum seekers vary from country to country. And by so doing, it is very, very important for you to know these countries that have high asylum acceptance rate. Oftentimes, a lot of people usually travel abroad for asylum because they have been told, but are not that aware of what asylum is all about. That is why you see on a daily basis people are being deported from one country to another after they failed their asylum claims. So it is very, very important for you to first ask yourself, question one, what is asylum? Question two, do I have what it takes to successfully seek asylum in that country? Question three, if this country decides to come and verify my asylum claim in their country, what will they find? Will they find out that I have come to their country to tell them the truth about my situation in my country? You have to ask yourself these three questions before deciding to travel abroad for asylum. Anybody can travel for asylum, but asylum is for people who are going through one persecution or the other. And by so doing, if your story is not matching up, there is every tendency that your case will be thrown out by the judge in the court. And by so doing, you will be asked to return back to your country or face deportation. There are many people in Canada, as I make this content, whom have been told to leave Canada after their asylum claims were thrown out because their stories were not matching up. Here in America, there are also people whose case have been thrown out because their asylum claims were seen to be kind of fraudulent and fake. And by so doing, some have left the US, some are on their way leaving, some are trying other means to still be here. So instead of putting yourself in a position where you find yourself with little or nothing, why not just prepare from home before you leave? Because if you don't have what it takes to seek asylum, there are other things you can do with your visa. It must not just be asylum. So, for the purpose of this content today, I want to let you know the countries with high asylum acceptance according to my research. You understand? So, the first country on my list is Germany. Yes, Germany. Germany has high asylum acceptance rate. Yes, that has been proven. So it is very, very important for you to also know that while Germany has high asylum acceptance rate, Germany has also told a lot of people who failed their asylum claims this year to do well to leave Germany. Because these countries with high acceptance rate does not mean you just come in there to say anything and they accept your claim. No. While Germany is one of the countries with high acceptance rates, Germany has also told a lot of people to leave Germany. because the facts they presented backing up the asylum claims were insufficient. So take note. Country number two, these numbers I'm calling here, they are in no particular order. Country number two, Netherlands. Yes. People also know Netherlands as Holland. So Netherlands has high asylum acceptance rate. And in the same vein, there are lots of people currently in Netherlands whom have been told to leave the country because they also failed their asylum claims. Like I said earlier, to successfully seek asylum abroad, the preparation starts from your country. Not getting to that country, and after you have explored other opportunities and nothing worked out for you, you then decide to seek asylum. No, that is not the way to go about it. Country number three, Ireland. Like I said earlier, these are in no particular order. Ireland. Also not forget that this year, there were a series of protests right there in Ireland. And one of the reasons for these protests was that foreigners, some of the citizens, foreigners, were coming to Ireland to pick jobs while the citizens were not having much jobs. And let me also bring to your notice that this same year, there have been series of fire incidents in asylum camps, hotels, and the likes right there in Ireland because some of the citizens there said they did not want foreigners to come to their countries, to their country, I mean to say. But currently, as I speak, things are doing better. Things are getting better in Ireland. So the situation in Ireland is calm currently. So they are on the list of people that accepted high number of asylum seekers. I wrote them down here. So the next on my list is Norway. Yes, Norway. Norway is on the list of countries with high asylum acceptance. Yes, Norway. The next on my list is Sweden. Sweden is one of the Scandinavian countries. And Sweden as a country is on the list of people, is on the list of countries that have accepted lots of asylum seekers. But Sweden is one of those countries where people failed their asylum claims a lot. Yes, a lot of people failed their asylum claim in Sweden, and a lot of them have left. Some have left to other European countries looking for ways to get options. But it's what it is. Like I have said before, according to my research, the most successful asylum seekers are people who prepared from their countries, not those who travel to that country to look for a job, not those who travel to that country to study and eventually decide to seek asylum. No. Because if these countries realize that you came to their country initially for another purpose, your asylum claim is most likely going to be thrown out. Because they will think that if it was asylum that really brought you to their country in the first place, you would have sought it immediately as you came. But instead, you had other plans in mind. And by so doing, these countries will see that asylum was your second option, not because you were persecuted, made you come to their country. but because you just came there to survive any which way is a way. So it is important for you to bear all these things in mind. The next country on my list, Austria. Yes, Austria. A lot of people got their asylum claims this year in Austria. And one of the reasons for the high acceptance rate in Austria was that Austria needed workers. They needed foreigners. Yes. And I even made contents on these Austrian jobs because they said their population, large number of their population is getting old. So they needed to inject or infuse young people, foreigners, into their labor workforce. And by so doing, a lot of people who went to Austria for asylum got it. Some are still there struggling to get it. So you have to bear this in mind. When a country say they need foreign workers, most of the times or some of the times they concentrate on asylum seekers because they feel like instead of trying to bring people from the outside, let's infuse or inject these people into our labor force. So take note. The next country on my list is Canada. A lot of people went to Canada to seek asylum and they got it. And currently this year, a lot of people have failed it because people went to Canada for asylum without proper preparation. And by so doing, Canada now decided that a lot of them were lying. And these people who went to Canada for asylum without preparation are the people who spoiled things for other people. Because there are people who genuinely went to Canada who had all it takes to successfully sought asylum. But because people that came before them were deemed to have lied, everybody now became suspects. So it is very, very important for you to prepare before leaving. You understand? So for Canada, I will be bringing you the asylum updates back to back as it goes. So take note. The next country on my list, USA, where I am currently at. We know that President Donald Trump has said a lot about deporting illegal migrants. But even while he has said that, a lot of people have also had or seen their asylum cases granted here in the US. While also a lot of people also saw their asylum cases thrown out because from research, many of them came to the US for other reasons, but eventually decided to seek asylum when things were not going their way. And by so doing, they did not get it. Because here in the US, if you come here, you have within 1 year of coming here to put in for your asylum claim. So if it gets over a year, if you are here for more than 1 year, getting asylum will be difficult. You will never get it. So if you come to the US, you have within 1 year to put in for asylum. So these are the countries with high asylum acceptance. So I will be bringing you updates on asylum as we proceed. So do well to also send the link of this content to your friends, family, and loved ones. Like I usually say, we may not be able to share money to everybody, but we can certainly share updates with everyone. So just let me know in the comment section what you want me to make a content on next, and I will surely deliver. So thank you very much, guys. Have a good one.